So now we're going to discuss three different concepts: distance, midpoint, and circles. So first of all, what if we are in a one dimension and I want to find the distance between x sub 1 and x sub 2? What is the distance between these 2 points? Well, it's x sub 2 minus x sub 1, right? Just imagine you want the distance from 1 to 9, right? It would be how many units? It would be 8. Let me see if I got it right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unbelievable, right? So it's 9 minus 1. Okay, now in 2 dimensions, let's say we have 2 points. Let's say we have point point P, which is of coordinates x sub 1 and y sub 1, and Q, this point Q, which is of x sub 2 and y sub 2. And I want to find the distance between these two. Well, if you thought of Pythagorean theorem, you were right. If I construct this right triangle, the distance, the horizontal distance, it's x sub 2 minus x sub 1. We just saw that before. And the vertical distance, the distance between these 2 points, is y sub 2 minus y sub 1. So Pythagorean theorem says 1 leg squared, which is x2 minus x1 squared, plus the other leg squared, y2 minus y1 squared, equals the hypotenuse, which is PQ squared. So PQ is square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. This is the distance formula. So if, for example, I have 2 points, if I have P of coordinates 1, 2 and Q of coordinates negative 3, 0, and I want to find PQ, all you have to do is use the formula above. But my advice to you is on top of each number to write what they represent. So each pair has an x and a y. And because it's the first pair, I'm going to label them the same way, x1, y1. Each pair has an x and a y. And because it's the second pair, I'm going to call them x2, y2. So basically, PQ now is square root of negative 3 minus 1 squared, right? The difference between the x's, plus y2 minus y1, 0 minus 2 squared. So all you have to do here is do the math. Negative 4 squared is 16, plus negative 2 squared is 4. So it's square root of 20, which we can simplify it into square root of 4 times 5, which is 2 square root of 5. And this is the value for the distance PQ. Okay, the other concept was midpoint. So let's say we have these 2 points, 1 and 3. Can you give me the middle? What is the middle value? Just pause it and think about it. Well, maybe many of you got it right. It's 2. So can you come up with a relation between the given points? So can you connect 1, 3, and 2 together? Well, the connection is 1 plus 3 over 2. It's 2. So if you want to find the midpoint, if I would call this x1 and this one x2, in order for you to find the midpoint, you would have to add the endpoints and divide it by 2. So how would that look like in a 2 dimension? Well, the midpoint, it's x1 plus x2 over 2, comma, y1 plus y2 over 2. So, for example, on the problem above, where we had P of coordinates 1, 2, and Q of coordinates negative 3, 0, if you want to find the midpoint, you would have to do 1 plus negative 3 over 2, comma, 2 plus 0 over 2. So it's negative 2 over 2 is negative 1, 1. So the middle of 1, 2, and negative 3, 0, it's a point which is 1, 1. Let me just quickly sketch this to see if it makes sense. So x or y, 1, 2, this would be P. Q is negative 3, 0. So this is Q. And we got that the middle is at negative 1, 1. Exactly this point. Well, does it make sense? Yes, it does. I'm just going to call it M. Okay. And the third concept is circles. Learning this concept will help you in trigonometry. So the standard form of a circle is x minus x1 squared plus y minus y1 squared equals r squared, where x1 and y1 are the coordinates of the center, so center of the circle, and r is the radius. So, for example, write the standard form of an equation of a circle with the center at 5, negative 6 and the radius 10. So, this point here is x1 and y1. The standard form is x minus 5 squared plus y minus negative 6 squared equals 10 squared. X minus 5 squared plus y plus 6 squared equals 100. And we wrote the equation in standard form. Now the general form of the equation of a circle is x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. Now, where did they get this from? Well, if I open up the parentheses above, we get x squared minus 10x plus 25 plus y squared plus 12y plus 36. This is just using a plus b squared and a minus b squared equals 100. So, any like terms? Well, the 25 with the 36 and with 100. So x squared minus 10x plus y squared plus 12y, and then I have 25 plus 36, it's 61. So 100 minus 61, 39. So minus 39 equals 0. This is the general form. So how do I get from the standard form? Let me go this way. How do we go from the standard form to the general form? Just open parentheses. How do we go from the general form to standard form? Completing the square. Complete the square. I hope this helps.